It was back in 2019 that I really wanted to go to Kilimanjaro. I was watching video on YouTube and I decided, okay, I have to climb Kilimanjaro. Started dreaming about it. In 2022 we started planning for it. We were about to go in 2022. Finally we are here after almost 4 years of dream, 6 months of preparation. The gang is here. We're going to do it today finally. பாரியை தேடி பரம்பு மலைக்கு செல்லாமல் கிளிமஞ்சாரோ மலைக்கு சென்று கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். We were descending to the Kilimanjaro International Airport. We had this beautiful view of Mount Meru. We finally made it to Kilimanjaro. We are at the Kilimanjaro International Airport and hopefully we can find our driver and make it to Moshi in the next 2 hours. We are here. The gang finally made to Mount Kilimanjaro.
Days, starting from day 1 up to day 8. Pole as normal as usual. Nice meals, sleep in the nice tents. Even you have to try to sleep. You have to try to your best to make sure you drink a lot. You eat very well. Right? As we discussed, we're gonna have 8 days hike. Okay, as a kind of group. Okay, and then for the tents, we're gonna have.
After about 1 hour of briefing in the Havari Adventure office, we made it to Panama Garden Resort Hotel where we will be staying for the night and we will be leaving to Lemosho Gate tomorrow morning at 7:30. The guides took time to come to our room, check our kit to make sure we were all prepared for the hike tomorrow. We left the hotel at about 7:30 with packed breakfast. We drove through small villages on the way from Moshi to Lemosho Gate. We're almost there, very close to Lemosho Gate, about 5 kilometers. And then people decided to stop for a small break. Now we are at the Lemosho Gate and we'll be on our feet to first camp in about maybe an hour. We are going to start the Great Expedition Kilimanjaro. Before starting the trek, the park officials make sure they weigh the luggage carried by each porter to make sure they don't exceed the limit.
Black and white calabash mountain.
What? Black and white calabash.
Black and white calabash. The beautiful mountain that we have here.
Wow. It's beauty.
Just about 30 minutes into our hike, rainforest. It allowed us so much with showers. It's a beautiful hike so far with a lot of rain. And so far, we have survived. It is just 1.5 hours of hiking. We are all doing fine so far. I think we'll make it. It's too early to say, I know, but we are all determined. We have a good crew, good group. So we are just pole moving on. So I hope the rain stops soon and we should be able to kind of walk in some dry ground and not slip and fall. I don't know what all got wet in the bag. Orlando monkeys watching African monkeys. So we are right now at 2,650 meters above mean sea level. Okay, so tomorrow we have 7 kilometers to climb to Shira 1 camp. We reached the campsite, we put our bags in the tent. Now Emmanuel, our super duper guide, is going to show us how to use the post office.
This is your post office. You can see while you enter here, you need to open this one like this, and there is this trigger. You need to pull, right? And then you send your message. After send your message,
Push it.
you pull, you push here,
Okay.
okay? To make sure that everything's okay here. And then you trash maybe the toilet paper is here, okay?
Oh, okay.
Then you down, you do everything. It closes like this. Done. And
So since there was a lot of rain today, all the shoes got wet. So here is a technique that the guides taught us to dry the shoes. The sun is kind of playing hide and seek today, and it comes and goes. We are hoping all our clothes get dried before it completely gets dark. And here, this is our guide tent. This is the 4 tents belong to the gang. This is our kitchen tent where our food is being prepared. And this is our chef, Asante chef, doing a good work, and assistant chef.
Yes. You're welcome.
They're making fresh food for us every day. Great work. Habari is doing a great job. Thank you, Habari.
yes.
Thank you, chef. What is your name, chef?
Priva. My name is
Priva.
Priva.
Your name?
Nasibu.
Nasibu.
Yes, Nasibu.
Thank you guys.
Karibu.
Coach Vijay making us do all the stretches.
The start of the day 2. We are at the Big Tree Camp. Got up at 5:20. Had ginger tea inside the tent, and we packed everything by 6 o'clock. And we had to leave the tent by 6 o'clock. And we have some nice fruits and chocolate. Your name? Michael. From Michael, he has been serving us some very good food, and he's our waiter.
yes.
Thank you. This is enough. Thank you. And the breakfast was ready by 6:30, and after the breakfast, we packed everything. Yeah, 6:50. We packed everything, and this comes. So we have to take Diamox now. So the porters, the cook, the guides, the waiters, amazing people, the world's best people. The way they take care of us is outstanding. The kind of food we get in such a remote place is unbelievable. They just take care of us so well. And we packed our backpacks, and the duffel bags are gone. And our day pack is what is this? Diamox looks different. Oh, okay. So, just taking our supplements to get ready for day 2. I think we are going to ascend like 1,000 meters today from Big Tree Camp to Shira 1 camp. And in Shira 1 camp, our group is going to decide if we are going to continue on to Shira 2 today. We are doing an 8-day Lemosho route, but there was a decision whether we want to stay in Shira 1 today or go to Shira 2. So that decision is going to happen today after we reach Shira 1 camp. And we're going to be walking for another 4 hours to Shira 1 and then have lunch and decide whether we continue on or stay in Shira 1. So it's a good start. We had an amazing day yesterday except for a little bit of rain, and today we are expecting to be an outstanding day. They said we are going to walk in the rainforest for about an hour and get into the moorland. and from here on, I think when we get into moorland, it's the trees are going to be shorter, and we'll have more sun hitting us. So, yeah, we are excited, and 6 more days to go, and I can't wait to summit.
Hello.
We're already in top.
Yes.
Hakuna Matata.
One team, one dream.
One team!
One team.
One dream. Jumbo, jumbo. Jumbo, jumbo. Jumbo number 5. Jumbo, jumbo. Jumbo number 5.
Non-stop.
To the top.
What's behind?
A good view. Happy life, happy wife.
Happy to wait.
Happy to wife. Happy people, happy life. Woohoo. Keep left while you keep moving. Keep moving.
As we enter the moorland zone, what we're experiencing is a lot of sun, which is a good thing. For the last 1 hour, it's been cold. We've been close to freezing, of course, not compared to what we'll be experiencing in the summit night, but it was still cold because we didn't layer up a lot. And now it's a big welcome change. It's warm, pleasant, nice. But we came almost halfway through the elephant back, but there you go. I don't know if you can spot the porters on the top of the big hill out there. Not hill, it's mountain. We still have almost 200 to 300 meters of elevation gain to do. So far we have survived. It was not kind of extremely tough. It was not really killing us, but it was still really tough. We've been climbing for almost 1.5 hours. But when you look at the views, the beautiful views around us, the elevation that you gained, all the climbing you did, you completely forget.
Today is twice the height of yesterday and twice tougher.
Pizza for today.
We're ready for food.
Woohoo, ready for the food. Pizza?
And beer.
Okay. Let's see.
Get me some beer, please.
Okay, Hakuna Matata.
Okay, finally the Shirawan camp is here, and this is real. Nobody's going to say we are almost there, we are halfway through, but this time it is really here. Nobody can take the truth away from us. We made it. We made it to the Shirawan camp, and this is the destination of the day. As we wake up on day 3 in Shirawan camp and walk out of the tent, this beautiful view of the Mount Kilimanjaro. These are our 4 tents. So we're just waking up and getting ready to leave. So we see our waiter waking everybody up to get ready for the day. We are going to gain about 200 meters in total, and there was some rocky path to begin with, but after about 30 minutes it became really flat, kind of a surface where you can run, bike. It's beautiful. So today should be pretty easy one.
This is called a giant senecio. This is the only tree that can grow much higher than all, because they don't drop their leaves, they just hold it to make it warm, and for the strong survive in this coldness area. Yes, and also that's the indication of the water. When you are in this bush and you see the giant senecio, that's near to the water. So
we are in Shira 2 right now. As you can see, it's mostly flat, but a bit of elevation here and there. We had to climb rocks, but not as hard as it was yesterday. And this is the Shira 2 campus. We have some signal towers, and of course the roof of Africa playing hide and seek with us. The view of the mountain, the sun setting and the sunlight straight onto the wonderful Kilimanjaro. Good morning on day 4, September 25th. Finished packing, woke up at 5:40, had a pretty decent sleep compared to other days. Finished pack everything, so I left the sleeping bag as is, and my porter bag is right here, and I'm almost ready to go. Breakfast is still pending, so leaving the tent. As I step out of the tent, the porters are ready to start picking the things up and start folding the tents. Wow! As I walk out of the tent, the beautiful view of Mount Meru. Apparently the point where we are right now, Shira 2, is taller than Mount Meru. Because Mount Meru is a kind of a sister mountain to Mount Kilimanjaro, and Mount Meru was not visible yesterday when we were taking pictures. So we are right now looking into the Shira Plateau, and right behind me is the beautiful view of the roof of Africa. Getting ready to leave towards the next camp, which is Karanga camp. On the way to Karanga camp, we will be stopping in Lava Tower, which we are climbing up to 4,600 meters above sea level, which is going to be a very testing climb, I believe, because we're going to be reaching the highest altitude so far in the last few days, where we're going to have lunch, stay for some time, and then we're going to climb down back to 3,900 meters, almost same level as where we are currently. And we are going to be staying in 3,900 meters tonight, which is the Karanga camp. Before hike has started towards Lava Tower, walking towards Mount Kilimanjaro. We've been hiking for about 3 hours from Shira to maybe covered about 3.5 kilometers. It's been a steady climb. It's not easy, but we've been doing it very slow. After almost 3 hours and 15 minutes of climb from somewhere there in Shira to camp, we have about 2-3 more hours of hike to the lava tower where we are going to have lunch. Okay, 11 o'clock, day 4, September 15. We can see the lava tower. We're heading towards the base of the lava tower. That is our intermediate destination before we move on to the Barranco camp. Important aspect of today's hike is this is very critical for acclimatization because we climbed from about 3,600 or so, or 3,700 meters above sea level to almost 4,600, and then we are going to descend back to the same height as the Shira 2. So it's kind of go up and slip low.
Good job, Captain. One team. One dream. One dream. Woo!
We finished lunch near Lava Tower, started climbing down to Barranco camp. It's been a real long and painful trek today from Shira 2, but we are here and that feels great. This is the 5th day of our trek to Kilimanjaro. So we are currently in Barranco camp, and shortly after breakfast we are going to be climbing the Barranco wall, which is right there. As you can see, there are people who got an early start, and they are climbing and heading towards the next camp, which is Karanga camp, which is about 6 kilometers and 4 hours from here. And as you can see, the people are going like this, all the way to the top. It's just one big vertical climb all the way to the top. This is both scary and adventurous and exciting. So yesterday we were coming from Lava Tower through the opening to the ranger's office, signed in there, and then came to our camp. So we were kind of climbing down from the Lava Tower this way.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Yana.
There's the water supplying to the Barranco camp. the shopping, returns. We are here. No going back.
Endo nana somba somba. Your monkey? I see that you jump like.
Let's sit and take a break. Hey.
Hey. Endelea kwenda. Keep moving, guys. Keep moving. Siva. Left, Siva. Left.
Are you sure?
Captain!
Yeah.
Mmoja amalizikia hapo mkuu wangu. Samahani sana. Haya. Wewe pita tu. Char baby.
Enda.
Chuma inakoya. Ambia kula chuma hicho. On the path you die. Up there. Sisi so milima. Tutakutana. Sisi ni kama people. Tutasomana. Sisi Marakanodala.
After climbing up the Barranco wall, climbed down again, climbed up, and then we climbed down into the Karanga Valley. We crossed the Karanga River. Now we're going to climb all the way up, and Elias is going to take us there. And lunch is waiting on top, and that's where the Karanga camp is. And after almost 6 hours of hike, we reached the Karanga camp, which is 4,000 meters above mean sea level. The vegetation zone in Karanga camp is alpine desert. So from here, we will be going to Barafu camp, which is 4 kilometers, and they say it takes about 4 hours. Day 5, we are in Karanga camp. We have trekked for almost 38 kilometers from Lemosho gate. We have finally reached the penultimate camp before we are going to be attempting summit tomorrow late night. We can see the city of Moshi right there, and then Mount Meru right there in the background, which is kind of a mountain above the clouds, so beautiful. And right behind us is the Mount Kilimanjaro. A couple of days back it looked so far and so tough, but we persevered, we worked hard. It was not easy. We went up and down, we gained elevation, we lost elevation, but finally we are here, looking very possible compared to a few days ago. We are so happy that we made it up to this point. We are looking forward to tomorrow. Every step of our way, every direction we turn is so beautiful. We couldn't take our eyes off of the place that we were looking at. More than the place itself, the people here were so amazing. The guides, the porters, the cook, amazing people. the experience that we have had so far could not have been any better if not for the wonderful people of Tanzania.
Karibu sana.
And
Yeah, here we have paneer.
we have paneer curry.
Yeah, paneer. Yes, we have a mashed potato.
Beautiful.
Yes, we have lentil sauce. Here, lentils.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. And here also we have
Chapati.
chapati. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, karibu.
Camp dinner special. We have chapati, paneer curry, unrelated mashed potato, and then lentil curry.
Hey, dear man, happy birthday to you. Hey, kararara matata. Jambo, jambo bwana. Habari gani? Wewe nzuri sana. Na manyu wamoni. Wakaribisha wapi? Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata. More fire, more water. Daddy stop. To the top. To the top.
Day 6. So we finished packing, had our breakfast. You know, the campsite is being cleared by the porters, and we are headed towards the Barafu camp for lunch. And after lunch, we're going to have a long rest and have an early dinner. And after the dinner, we are going to attempt the summit, which I believe we will be deciding with the guides once we reach the camp and have our lunch. So we'll be trying to leave at around 10 to 11 o'clock in the night, and it should take about 8 to 9 hours to reach the summit. We are much closer to the destination than we were 4 days back. The summit that once looked formidable, the one that looked really hard to achieve, as we were walking slowly towards it from different camps, getting different beautiful views of the summit. Finally we are here, from where we are going to conquer it. The team has stuck together. We had our ups and downs, of course, in the route as well as with regards to the energy, but we made it. We made it as a team. We're going to go to the summit as a team. There are some lucky groups that have set up camp very close to the ranger's office, so they don't have to go through the pain in the middle of the night to climb through the rocks. We are at the Barafu camp ranger's office. We climbed all the way, almost 100 meters from where the camp is set up to sign in, but apparently we don't have to sign in. But we are at the point where we can take some group picture and probably go back to the tent.
I support you for everything that will happen on the way, especially with your backpack. So we have oxygen too. Okay. So we have 2 oxygens, just in case anything happen. That will be for the how you are looking, guys. You are looking 100%. Okay. Yes. So no worry. So stay positive as you. We like to make sure that your dreams come true. Okay? You come here as a client, but
we live as a friend.
No. We didn't come as a client.
As a family.
We landed as a client. Became a family. Became a family on day one.
You became a family. Yeah.
You guys are great.
And, we'll start from here. We have only 5 kilometers.
Just
Only 5. Just
To
5.
the top.
To the top. Actually, from here to Guru, it's taking 7 to 8 hours. But pace determines everything. From the beginning, like from the panel that at the Barafu, that you saw it there, we have some almost like 150 meters up. That is looking with the rocky party. Don't be scared about that. After that party, from there it will be okay. It's looking steep, but it is in the zigzag way. About the stopping or about asking how long to the top, guys. Don't ask too much about how long. I don't like to break your heart, guys. Don't ask how long. Wait for the sunrise. If you wait for the sunrise, if you see the sunrise, we are already at the top or we are really close to the top. If we see the sunrise, I allow you to ask me how long. Stay longer, guys, to sit down for longer. You're gonna freeze and you can feel like the summit it's very hard for you and you can give up sometimes. So better to keep moving pole instead of too much sit down.
So the time is 6:30 today. We are at Barafu camp. We had our lunch at 2:30. So the guides came in and briefed about how we're going to summit, how we're going to get help during the summit, how we're going to pace ourselves so that we are not very slow. We were given all kinds of guidelines as to how we're going to be approaching the summit today. So we had a brief sleep after lunch. We started sleep at 4 o'clock, managed to sleep a little bit, and at 6:30 we're going to have dinner. So after dinner we'll have some more sleep. We're going to be woken up at 10 o'clock again, and at 10 o'clock we start getting ready to hike. So we were told that we need to layer up at least 6 layers on the top, 3-4 layers at the bottom, and proper headgear and a backpack with water and snacks, and we should be good to go. And they'll be offering us a porter to come with us who will be carrying our bag. So the summit day, time is 11:45 p.m. We just started our hike towards Uhuru Peak. Pole, we just left the camp, had some tea, snacks, and another 7 to 8 hours of hike until we reach the Uhuru Peak. Good morning on the summit day. We've been hiking for almost 5 hours. It was not easy at all. We were fighting various elements. Very bad weather, sleep, and severe headache, fatigue. Everybody was very, very tired. And finally we made it very close to the Stella Point, and on the way we stopped for a cup of nice ginger tea, and right behind me is the beautiful sunrise over the horizon. We're so lucky to have a beautiful sunrise right here. The team is all seated right here. There's a beautiful view of the glacier. I'm not sure if you're able to see it now, but it's beautiful right there.
How about it? We are the champions. Yes. Yeah.
So we're almost at the top. This is our final push to Stella Point. I lost my voice completely. I can't even speak. Completely out of breath. We're approximately about 5,600 meters above mean sea level. So our team is stuck together. We've been pole, pushing all 8 of us as one group. We have a wonderful team that's helping us get to where we want to. Since the start of the summit hike, the Habari team has been helping us immensely. They've stayed with us. We're so thankful that we didn't have any major issues. Slow and steady, pole. We reached the Stella Point of Mount Kilimanjaro, which is at 5,756 meters above mean sea level. We are so glad the major ascent is done. We just have to go from here to the Uhuru Peak. Stella Point, we are going to be walking right on the crater rim towards Uhuru Peak. So this is the huge Mount Kilimanjaro crater, and we'll be walking towards Uhuru Peak, this side of the crater. Far on the other side of the crater is a nice huge glacier. This was one of the toughest thing I've ever done. This is one of the hardest 4.5 kilometers that I've really crossed. I'm so glad I did this. It just taught me so many lessons. Never to give up. Just push to the limits. Keep going until you reach the target. I'm so glad we've made it. After a grueling, easily more than 10 hours, we made it. We made it to the roof of Africa. A dream come true. Something that I was dreaming for the last 4 years. Thanks, Emmanuel, for leading the way. Thank you, Hakuna Matata. There I see, about 100 meters away, the roof of Africa. God, all the energy. I don't know where I had it. Now I got it. I can even sprint now. I can run to the roof of Africa. I can run to the peak. We made it. We made it, Matata. Here we are. Oh God. I was dreaming this journey. I was dreaming this trek since 2019. I was preparing for the last 1 year. We planned it twice. We were supposed to come in February, then postponed to September. Finally, we made it. And at some point, I almost thought we could not. I thought we will not make it. The trek, the path was so grueling. We were so tired. We were sleeping. The weather was cold. We were tired. We've been working for the last 7 days, 6 days. Everybody was tired. God, it was only because of the wonderful people of Habari Adventure, the guides, the porters. Oh, these guys are great. These guys are amazing people. These guys are amazing people. Philomen, he has been helping my baggage from the base camp. These guys are angels. They made the dream come true. Oh my God. We are here, the last bit of the walk. After some breathtaking view of the glaciers from far away, and having spent almost 30 minutes at the highest point, our guide Emmanuel graciously agreed to take Kumar and myself down to the glacier. So we're going to have a close look at the glacier, which I've never had any look. So I'm going to take a look at the glacier close by. This is called the Redmond Glacier. It's so unfortunate that you can see a lot of spikes because it's melting. It's slowly melting away. It's such a beauty. It might disappear in a couple of decades. It's so unfortunate. It's time for the world to wake up and do something to prevent this from happening. Save the world for the future generations. We were so excited to see the glacier, so the climb down from Uhuru Peak to the glacier was pretty easy. We just went there in about 10 minutes, but climbing back from the glacier to the trail was so hard. It took almost 30-35 minutes. And finally, we started descending back to Barafu camp. Almost very close to the camp. Too tired to walk, but it was a pretty rough day. After descending all the way from Uhuru Peak, which took us about 3 to 4 hours, it was not an easy one because we climbed for almost 11 hours and then we had to descend. We hadn't had slept the night, so it was really hard day for all of us. Came back to the camp at Barafu and then had our lunch after a small rest packed, and then we are now moving to the next camp, which is the Millennium Camp, which is kind of closer to Moshi. So that would be our last camp before we trek again tomorrow for another 14 kilometers. to Mweka Gate, where we'll be picked up. You know, these beautiful forever flowers. They call it everlasting flowers. And as you can see, right in front of us as we walk towards the Millennium Camp, it turns green. We are in High Camp, also called the Millennium Camp. From Baraf, there is a base camp. After lunch, we walked for about 2 hours and reached the Millennium Camp right here. Today is the day 8. Last day, we had a good night's sleep in Millennium Camp. We have about 13.5 kilometers of trek down to the Mweka Gate, and we'll be taken to the Moshi town, where we're going to have our debriefing, the dipping ceremony and whatnot, and that will bring this Kilimanjaro trek to a beautiful and successful end, where all 8 of us made it to the peak without any major incident, all in good shape, and it was great fun. So we were walking for about 2.5 hours from High Camp, and we just reached Mweka Camp. So from here it's going to be all rainforest. So we expect to reach the gate maybe in about 3 hours. And we just reached the last camp on the mountain before we head out to Mweka Gate.
Anakufungia ndani. Hana mambo mengi. Ukiwa na laki, mwezi mzima utoki. Eh bwana.
Mali kiwanja na nyumba ni maeneo ya mbali, lakini hapo
Although we shot the video as if we are running, at this point our legs were not listening to us. They were just running by themselves. We are at the Mweka Gate, and these 8 days of wonderful adventure has finally come to an end. Kind of gives me mixed feelings, and majority of the mixed feelings is a sense of satisfaction and amazing sense of accomplishment, and a small bit of sadness because I'm leaving these great people behind with whom we became very close friends.
Makaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata, hakuna matata.
Legendie.
Hakuna matata, uhuru wamefika. Hakuna matata, jambo bwana.
Yes to Orlando Cousins, Vibeb, 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 Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kumar. Happy birthday to you. Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. It was not easy. was not easy, but you guys, you managed it. That's why you conquered the roof of Africa. And we are very happy to be with you guys. Now it's like a family. The time you catch up the flight to come to Tanzania, it was like a client. But when you arrived here, we received you here, and we went to the roof of Africa, you are now a family.
The most important thing to climb, guide, everything, everybody is good, but food. Without good food, I don't think...
There were two Habari groups that went, right? The 6th day and the 7th. They came and asked.
Michael.
Michael. Come in.
I don't know how to always smiling. Hot water. You just come there with hot water.
Michael comes wherever he
I hope that the lunch was very little, so we have another food from Habari Adventure.
While all of the people that have Kumar Senior.
So can you open it? Thank you.
Oh, this is
Bomba,